Hey folks, I just want to have a little chit chat about watches. Kind of a state of the collection video because I have sold a few watches and I'm kind of consolidating my collection, at least in my mind, because I have been into watches for how many years now? I think like 3-4 years. Yeah, rather 4. So I started with the SKX here. This was my first watch in 2019, in the beginning of 2019. This started it all. And I have the original Jubilee on the 7548 here. This is a strap code Angus Jubilee. Yeah, so the SKX 007K K2, I think, because of the Jubilee. Yeah, this started it all, and I just fell in love with this kind of diver design, especially the SKX kind of diver design. I just really love the style and the design of this watch. As far as specifications go, this is the lowest tier watch in my collection. This watch has the worst specifications, but still this is one of my top favorites, and this is one of the keepers which I'm gonna pass down to the next generation. Although I only have daughters, and these big divers are mainly men, so male people are into these divers, but who knows, maybe my daughters will like some of them when they get older. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So the SKX started it all, then I got the Triton, and this is just such a beauty. By the way, I forgot to mention, I love the case back of the SKX. I love the tsunami wave. So this is something about Seiko that I really love, that they have the tsunami wave on all of their divers, and they have the big wave on the SKX, because on the newer Prospex watches they have a smaller tsunami wave. Let me show you. This is smaller. It's still pretty, but it's smaller, and I like the big tsunami wave because, you know, if you're a normal guy, a normal person, you don't really care about watches. But if you're into watches and you are like me, you like the case specs. You even like the case specs. Although you have to take off the watch to have a look at the case back, because obviously this is what you see. But I love pretty case backs, and the Triton has, the Triton and the SKX, these two have the best, my favorite case backs, because these are just so beautiful, so unique. I mean, yeah. Okay, so then I got the Citizen NY0040. Now this is the updated model. So I had an older model, you know, years back, and I have had like 5 or 6 different NY models over the years, and this is the updated NY0040. This is the only one I need. I sold all the others, and I just love the design. This is so beautiful. The loom is amazing. Now it's got hacking. If we compare, the NY is a much better watch than the SKX, because the specs are better. It is just beautiful. It's still in production, it's cheaper, but still the SKX is just special. To me, it's special. Yeah. And then I got other watches, a lot of other watches which I bought and sold. What I have now is this. I'm wearing the SBBN Tuna, by the way. So the SBBN 045. This is my most expensive watch, my best watch, and I really love the Tuna design. I love that it's quartz. The only thing I don't like is the bezel action. It's way too easy to turn, and it always gets out of alignment. Even though the shroud is supposed to protect the bezel from accidental turning, but it happens all the time. And the loom is awesome. Of course, this one has the best loom in the universe. Okay, I just put it down here, okay. Yeah, then I have the paddy, solar paddy tuna, and this is just so beautiful. I upgraded the shroud, and it's on a strap code Jubilee bracelet, and this is one of my favorites. It's got amazing loom. This one has the best loom after the tuna. Actually, these two have the best loom after the tuna, and everything else comes after these. So the tuna, these, and everything else. Yeah, and I enjoy this one because it's got this beautiful wave pattern dial. It's just so beautiful, and yeah, I just love it. This is actually my beater. So when I do physical work where I don't want to wear, for example, tuna, although it's tough but it's expensive, I don't want to risk damaging it. But this one, it's got the tuna, the big boy tuna got sapphire, but I don't dare to wear it when it could be damaged. This one has hardlex, but I wear it when it could be damaged because it's just, I don't know, it's got hardlex, but it doesn't have a single scratch, and I have done a lot of heavy physical work in this one and no damage on the crystal. So yeah. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, the King Samurai. Now I love this watch. This is just so beautiful. It's on a Uncle Seiko GL8 31. I also love it on the stock bracelet, and I love the style of this watch. Really, the Samurai is just special. There is nothing else like the Samurai. There are watches, I mean Seiko, okay? There are Seiko divers which are similar to the SKX, to the Tuna, whatever. But the Samurai is unique. The only watch similar to the Samurai is the Monster because of the handset. But there is nothing else like this. And the case design is just really, really special. And yeah, I just love it. But I had to tweak this watch a lot because the bezel was impossible to turn, so I had to fix it. Now it's sweet. It lost 30 seconds a day. I had to regulate it. My SKX also lost 30 seconds a day. So now it's a pretty nice watch. The only problem is when I open the case back, I just scratched it up badly. But this is one of the keepers, so I don't care. This is one of the keepers. Oh, and I really love this waffle dial and the colorway, the black dial, the black shiny black ceramic insert, the gold accent. I truly love it. Yeah, and actually this is one thing about Seiko versus Citizen. Both my automatic Seikos, I had to regulate them because they lost crazy amounts of time. 30 seconds a day minus is just too much. I have had a lot of different NYs, and they were all average plus 10 seconds a day, which I prefer. And the SKX has alignment issues. This one has some minor alignment issues. This one has alignment issues. So the bezel is so much misaligned, the bezel insert. And all my Citizen NYs, and the BN here, they were and they are flawless when it comes to quality. They have no misalignments. So yeah, Citizen is doing it better than Seiko. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah. I'm trying to do it in chronological order, in the order I got these watches, but there were a lot of other watches in between, so it's not easy. You know, let's talk about this one, because this is the grandfather of the SKX. It's practically a quartz SKX, but better to say the SKX is a automatic 7548, because this one was before the SKX, and the SKX just took all the design, the style of this one here. So this is a vintage, it's from 1981, I think. And of course the lume is gone after more than 40 years, but I love that it's got the, it looks exactly like the SKX, but it's quartz. And of course this is vintage, and I don't want to scratch up the crystal and the bezel insert more, because it's very hard and very expensive to get original glass and bezel insert for these watches. So I'm taking care of this. Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, okay, let's talk about the Flighty. Actually, I rarely wear this watch, almost never. And this is a rebuy, because I sold it. Sometimes, you know, I'm like, okay, I have to scale down the collection. I sell everything I don't actually use, and I've done it a few times. I sold watches, then I was sad about, you know, I wasn't happy, and I rebought some. This is a rebuy. I just love the design. I don't really wear it, but I just love how it looks. Sometimes I just love looking at it, and it's just so unique. There's no other watch like the Flighty. There's nothing else like it. It is beautiful. The dial is very interesting, and you know, I'm an engineer, so having a dial like this with which you can make different calculations is very fascinating. I find it very fascinating that you can do calculations. As an engineer, it's very interesting to me, although I never use it, because today you have much better tools to do calculations. Okay, let's talk about the BN. A beautiful quartz watch, solar. It's got amazing lume. Now I forgot to talk about the bezel action on these Citizens. 60 click bezel, and the bezel action is awesome, and no misalignment. So you don't need 120 clicks bezel. No, Seiko has 120 click bezels, and a lot of times they mess up the alignment. So yeah, and Citizen is just perfect. I had no Citizen with quality problems. No, all my Citizens, and again, I have had like 5-6 different NYs, and all my Citizens were perfect when it comes to quality. No misalignments, no weird stuff going on. Yeah. So what else? I have this one here, the Vostok. This is such a fun watch. It's a Russian mechanical watch, automatic watch, and I just love it. It has no date, and it is very unique in my collection, because the only one that has no date. And I just love it. This is just, I mean, the style, the colors, the shape of the case, everything is just so much fun about this watch. The case back is also different, because they have this ring here which holds down the case back. So Vostok came up with their own design to achieve water resistance, and I really value this watch. This is a cheap Russian watch, but I know Russia is not popular these days because of the Ukrainian war, but I don't care. This is a masterpiece of engineering made by the Russians. You know, give credit where credit is due. These Vostoks are awesome. Okay, what else do we have? I have this one, the Sir 30 something, or 3, I don't know, Sir something. A quartz dress watch, beautiful. I love the design. Now this one has a smaller version. I wish I had that one, but yeah, whatever. It's beautiful, beautiful dress watch. quartz with sapphire crystal, with screw down case back, so very easy to change batteries. Okay, I have one more vintage here, a Type 2 dress watch from 1980 or something, or 70. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Let's have a look at the case, the serial number. Yeah, I'm still not sure. Maybe it's from 78, whatever, I don't know. It's a beautiful quartz dress watch. It's a vintage, but it's in a very nice condition. And I like quartz. It's very small, so I don't really wear it. And yeah, my wife doesn't really like the design, and anyways, she has her Citizen dress watch, and she has her Scurfa top side crew watch that I gifted her. So yeah. What else? Yeah, I have two G-Shocks. These two, I don't really wear them, but this one looks badass. It's just so cool, especially with this wire here. Now I use this one to set all my watches because it's got the atomic time synchronization, and it synchronizes with the atomic clock. So this is always accurate, and I always set all my watches to this one. This is the reference. And okay, this is a Casio Edifice. I got it before the SKX, so before I got really into watches. This was my first real analog watch, but at that time I wasn't into the hobby of collecting watches. And this is an awesome watch. It's a cheap watch. I got it for 60 euros years back, but it's got a screw down case back. It's got solid end links. Today, Casio Edifices, which cost over 100 euros, they have the stupid case back which you have to pop off, you know. They have hollow end links, so this watch is unique in that sense, that it's got amazing specs for the price. Yeah, okay. Now I have a bunch of Casios. Should I show them? Why not? Just a moment. I have these ones here. I never wear these, but to me it's like a museum. I really enjoy these. Wait a moment. Let's do it like this, okay? I really like these watches, just, you know, to look at them, because I never wear these. Yeah, what else? So, oops. Yeah, so I sold my other 7548, which was more scratched up. I've sold it. I sold the Solar Golden Tuna because, you know, I really like the Solar Golden Tuna, but I already have the Big Boy Tuna. I have the Paddy Solar Tuna, which is just, this one beats the Solar Golden Tuna because the loom is better. And I'm a sucker for a strong loom. I love loom. I love strong loom. And oh, I forgot to talk about the Islander. Sorry, the ISL 100. This is a beautiful SKX style watch, compatible with SKX bracelets. It's beautiful quartz day date. I love day date, by the way, on quartz watches. But it has one flaw. The loom is weak. This one has the weakest loom in my collection. The weakest loom. Of course, not counting the vintage. Okay, this one has the weakest loom. You know, it works, it's nice, but oh, of course, I'm not counting the flighty. This one has the weakest loom. You know, the loom is nice if you don't compare it to Seikos and Citizens and the Orient Triton. Then the loom is nice, but if you compare it to this, the loom is pathetic. Otherwise, it's such a beautiful quartz watch. And I also like the case back. It's got the American flag. Although I'm not in the US, I'm in Hungary. I'm in Central Europe, guys. But yeah, I like this watch. Okay, I think that's it. Some ranting about watches. And where is my collection gonna go? I really want to have a Scurfa diver one, because it's got, the Scurfas are just beautiful. The specs are great. They are relatively cheap. But you know, at this point I don't really care about the movement, the price. I don't care. I just get the watch I like, and the Scurfa is something I really like. I also want to have a Seiko King Turtle, a black King Turtle. I just haven't had the funds yet, you know. I had to pick which one I get, the King Samurai or the King Turtle. I couldn't get both, because, you know, I don't have unlimited resources. So I got this one, but at some point I want to get a King Turtle, and I want to get a CWC SBS diver, a quartz diver. CWC SBS, because, you know, it's just so, I really love the design of the CWC SBS diver. It's beautiful. It's quartz. It's got some real serious military heritage, like the NY040 has also real serious military heritage. Yeah, so these are my watch goals: a Scurfa diver 1, a King Turtle, and a CWC SBS quartz diver. And then I think I'm set. I don't have any other desires. People suggest that I should get into the higher tier Seikos, the SPBs, you know, the 62 MAS, the Willard, MM200, whatever. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna pass on them, because I have spent so much time and money on watches already, you know, the watches, the straps, the bracelets, like aftermarket parts, tools, whatever. No, I feel like I'm really done. I wanna get those watches that I told, you know, the Scurfa, King Turtle, and the CWC, and then I'm really done. I have also sold the Citizen Tough. I mean, I still have it here, but it's already, like, somebody promised to buy it. Yeah, so that's it. And these Citizens, I have so much joy with these. I find so much joy in these watches. These are just awesome. Yeah. Okay, folks. That's it. I think that's it. I like these watches. I really like these watches. I really want to keep down my collection to 10 watches, but I can't do it because I can't get rid of any of these. These are the watches I really enjoy. These are the watches that sticked over the years. I can't get rid of these, and I want to have 3 more. Okay, I will have 3 more. I don't care. And yeah, and the Vostok. Yeah, this is also the favorite watch of my daughters. They love it. No wonder. It's a colorful, it's a very colorful, fun watch. And I just have to, you know, set the time, and no need to set the day and date. I love it. And it's I just, you know, wind it up, set the time, and that's it. I can give it to my daughters and they can have fun with it. And I also like to wear it. It's just fantastic. Yeah, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and adios.